Hello everyone, welcome to our Thursday book reading stream. It's me, Mario! No, I'm joking. It's me, Karolina. We're gonna do stuff as we do. Usually read a book from Japanese and translate it to English. Shogi explained is asking, I've mistook you with Mifa because you're pink color as well on my screen. I can't wait to see some king escaping. How would you translate... how do I read that kanji again? Shinogi no Tesuji 200. I would want to recommend it to Zandro. Well, defensive Tesuji, defensive tactics. Thank you for the follow, Gosu Senpai. Shinogi, yeah. If we see Shinogi, sorry. Shinogi is to like endure. But basically in Shogi, meaning it's like to keep your king enduring, which means defensive manners, which means defensive tactics, in my opinion, would be like a best translation. Because I mean, survival tactics sounds like, what is this? Is this like making fire camp and gathering water? No, it's defensive tactics for Shogi, so I think defense might be a little bit better translation. Speaking of defensive tactics, we shall be continuing with our king escape today. We've already talked about... Oh, and before everything, thank you guys for like supporting the Kifo analysis on YouTube. I noticed you all liked the video. I noticed all the comments. I tried to answer them all. Thank you so much. The shirt is green screen. Oh gosh. Yeah, it is. Well, we have two options with the green screen. We can adjust it, or we can delete it. This is the only two options. Ta-da! We adjusted it. Well, then now my headphones are green. I mean, my shirt is green, so... I mean, this is yellow. So unfortunately, it's gonna look like that. But hey, I'm transparent. I'm an invisible woman. You could also change the shirt. Yeah, that's the risk I'm not wanna take in front of camera, Shogi explained. Let me check if I have a better shirt. I decided that I woke up today wanting to wear this shirt, so I don't care about the green screen. Ooh, 5 viewers, followers, and primes. Wow, you can do that? Yeah, I did. I specifically switched to an overlay that doesn't have camera switch on and then put on my lens cap. Well, if I'm paranoid, I just pull off the USB from my computer, like the camera one. Oh, yeah, you guys, if you guys weren't here yesterday on our board stream, you missed the most amazing overlay in the world. So we're gonna talk about this on Sunday or Saturday. Saturday, I guess. It's closer than Sunday, according to the way how weeks of the days of the week work. But yeah. Too many things getting distracted. Drink water. Cleanse. Translating Japanese book is boring. We have to do it anyway, brain. We have to do it anyway. All right, life extension isn't forever. That's a very depressing thing to read in the morning. What did I write here? Eventually they will break in, I guess. Yeah, so in Shogi you cannot like defend forever. The only thing you can do is extend your lives. King like by 1 or 2 moves. Usually like extending by 1 move is like a huge success. And this is why today, before we talked about the defensive shapes, maintaining the castle. Today that's not the case. Today King is alone and he brings his katana and this is actually medieval sword. The final boss, fighting for his life to the last drop of the blood. Yeah, that's the king. So we established that attack will be infinite. And yes, now I remember we spent half of the stream explaining what's ite ukenashi and ski. And I think we've decided that we're gonna translate it as moves to mate. I saved it. I saved that file. We're gonna drag it out. Give me a sec. Maybe in Paint it will be faster. Here it is. I did. I have this thing called censor, but it's basically to hide the answer, but it sounds funny. I just have this word censor. So here it is. Yeah, okay. I think we had summary here. Yep. You guys don't see it because it's a... Yeah, I had this other overlay made yesterday. It's not gonna help us. So I'm gonna cheat. I'm a very smart person, you see. I'm gonna move it. Move it to our wheel. Yeah, one initiative to mate was Time Zombies recommendation. So the difference between Tsumero, it's like... Oh yeah, the difference between Tsumero and Teski. Yeah, so Tsumero was moves to threat mate, and Teski was moves to mate. We had a whole mathematics behind it. Then Hishi is the strongest Tsumero, so the strongest threat mate. And then Ite and Yorisuji basically is like threat mate in and moves, but undefendable. You cannot defend it. You cannot defend moves to mate. Moves to mate alone, you can defend. Ite or Yorisuji is like stronger version. You cannot defend it. All right, we remembered. So moves to mate. We're trying to extend the number of moves it takes the enemy to checkmate us. That's the rule of the king escape. We established this based on the example that the king cannot survive long staying here. So running toward his defender is gonna extend his life at least for 1 move. More than 2 Teski, yeah? We established it last week. Okay, today we have another example, number 4. Let's see. So what do we have, guys? Let's think about it together. Those are more like problem likes. What are we threatening here? They have 2 pieces. We have 1 king. This is their pawn trying to like block us, and they have a gold right in hand. We don't have anything in hand, and there is no defenders, basically. Yeah, the knight is like la la la, the lance is like on vacation next to the king. King has to deal with it with his own sword, right? What do we do in this case? I also tried the Diablo Immortal on the mobile. So far it's quite fun, but it gets... I don't like the way the UI works, the buttons and stuff. I have mixed feelings about it. I like the fighting thing, but anyway, what you got? Nice, no pieces in hand. No judoka ose. Was it judoka ose? No, restoration. Restoration. We didn't make anything for the restoration, right? We just drew the castle, yeah? No mending, no repairs possible. I feel like we need the mender bug. If you guys played Hollow Knight, there is this mender bug in it. We need something like this for us. What you got? No. Onotaki. And this is why. Escape is necessary, yeah. But what do they threat? Well, they're saying that 1, 2, 3 is Hishi. How many Teski is that, guys? It's a quiz. This is a quiz. How many Teski is that? Or how many moves to Tsumero? Come on, guys. We can do this. How many moves? You guess 1. Okay, let's say it's our turn and we give them 1 move. 0, 0. How many moves to mate in that position? Well, 1 more, right? 1 move to Hishi, 2 moves to actual win. Therefore, ni Teski. Or 2 moves to mate, yeah. Why did I write it in Japanese? It's already difficult to you guys. Ah, that's not the right... Iteski. Technically it's but... Okay. Yeah, you die in 2 moves, yeah? So we wanna extend. We wanna get 3 moves or something. So what would you do here? Yeah, so how do we describe this? So this will be like those 2 moves together. They're like 1, but it's our turn, so they will need to be given 1 more move to start making those. Okay, that explanation wasn't easy at all. Let's do it like this: 1, and then 2 to bring the horse here. Yeah, so those are together. This is 1, and the horse checkmating would be 2. Because horse going to 7-9 is not a check, so we can play. Okay, if we are center, we can play 2 moves in that time. Anyway, I don't think it's that difficult. I'm just overcomplicating it. So what do we do? What do we do? What are your ideas, guys? Where would you escape? I drew a lot of arrows, but we're gonna ignore. Okay, I can delete them temporarily. I want to keep them. Here. Where would you escape? Would you escape here? Or here? Okay, so let's... Okay, I'm gonna delete this. Let's say we go here. What the Gote is going to do? They're gonna bring the token here, right? Oh my god, this token, okay. And how many mates it moves to mate? Well, suddenly it's one move to mate. We kinda sped them up, no? Here it's 1, 2. If he goes to knight 7, they play one move. And it was 1, 2, right? Our turn, 1, 2. It's our turn again, and it's mate in 1. Moves to mates 1. We had moves to mates 2. Yeah, you made it worse. Yeah. So that's important. We understand that it's worse, yeah? That's good. King 7, 7. Correct, ET party, correct. So instead, we want to go here. Why? Because there is a lot of nice squares for us to go to. So this is the answer. I will probably bring up our calculation. Like 1 and 2, right? Remember, check is 0, yeah? Check is you go and you force them to play a move which is 0 initiative needed, yeah? Okay, escape. Two things you have to have in mind when speaking about escaping. Number 1 is coming closer to the defensive pieces. So the king is here. And he's like, don't leave me, gold. And the gold is like, oh, stop doing it. Give me the new color. The gold is very awkwardly. So that's number 1. Oh, yes, okay, the one will be confusing later on. This is number 1. So yeah, in the previous page, the king came closer to the gold, right? He's holding into him dearly. They're defending themselves together. But in this case, we didn't have such option. In this case, you're escaping into white space. How does a galloping horse look like? I have no idea. Yep, that doesn't look like a horse. Anyway, the image is, this is a horse on fire. Ponyta from Pokemon, whatever. Chasing the king. Okay, it has to be angry. Oh, here it is, fire. Few months to practice. Guys, do not say things like this, because we shall be training horse anatomy on stream. Galloping horse. Here we go. We're gonna do it properly. Video, not videos. Picture, gallop. Oh, okay, it's more like this. So let's scratch this. Why some of my drawings are more complex than the other? I just don't understand. Okay, so galloping horse head. It's like I'm drawing it sharply, and then Adobe is like derp. Nope, the proportions are off. Oh my god, this derp. It's horrible. I mean, the body makes sense. The head is weird. It's awkward. Totally getting distracted. This tail is too big, isn't it? Drawing stream. No, stop doing this. Here. Ta-da! Anyway, the point of the whole thing was that the king is a Looney Tunes character and just running away. Thank you, thank you. So this is the second option. Going into white space. How do we describe white space? Only people who can read kanji will understand. a wide space. Wide space here. Space. This is very, very, very complex. Space. Wide. Very wide. Here you have. Space. So I guess it has to be a 3D space. I guess it's 2D space. Here. Mathematical representation of space. So yeah, he's escaping the surrounding. So avoiding being surrounded or something. Yep. Yeah, we understand that concept. Yeah, if the king is in a very wide space, like it's funny because it looks like a shogi board. If it's here, how those two tiny peons in pieces can surround this king? Well, they cannot, right? So that's the idea. The ponita is chasing the king, but the king is running to a very, very wide space. Yeah. The most they can do, it says, is horse 7-8, king goes here, the gold drop to here, but then we escape here. So it's like we are avoiding everything they throw at us. Yeah, if not here, we're gonna escape here. And again, it's important then we escape before Hishi, before it's too late. So that will probably bring us to the early escape idea. But let's not be in front of the facts. White is kind of weird translation. It would be like spacious or roomy. My stream just blinked into red. I hope we're still online. Okay, let me see. Spacious sounds good, I think. I'm so used to translating as a white. Hiroi. Spacious, vast, white. White was spacious, sure. He goes to a spacious place. So the problem with the word spacious, so the word, it says it goes toward the wideness or the spaciousness. It's kind of weird to translate sentence. Basically, I guess it's translated as the ocean. Yeah. Basically, he'll be more comfortable there. Oh yeah, and there's narrow and wide, yeah, as an opposition, yeah. Narrow and small are the main definitions. Narrow and small. So big and wide, would you say? Would be the opposition of that. Okay, what did we learn? We learned hug your defenders or run away into this spacious or the wide space part of the board, yeah? Okay, diagram 6. We are in check. If we go back, okay, let's see. They have a dragon, they have a silver, they have a pawn. The pawn can be only dropped around here. And yeah, they have the knight. We have 2 defenders and 2 in hand. If we go back, they're gonna drop the silver. If we go back, they're gonna promote. So we will be surrounded. And the pawn promotion will be checkmate. So, how many moves Teski is that? And just side note, they sacrificed the lance, bringing the king up, and then drop the knight. That's what happened. So we're in check. So this is 0. We go. Check. 0. We go. 1. Yeah. This would be 1. Move to mate. Or threat mate, yeah, it's the same. That's literally the definition of threat mate. We had initiative, it's a mate. They would sacrifice the dragon and unpromote the horse. That the knight. That would be mate. In 2 more moves. So what do we do instead, guys? Where would we go? If not down, where would you go? By the way, running down and running up here, it's not gonna work after the silver drop because they're gonna sacrifice the dragon. And it's also gonna be mate in 1. Moves to mate 1. There is a Tesuji that says that putting something in front of the knight is very good. And yes, Suako, well done. King 3-6. It looks scary, but it would be a safe place to go. It looks like our king gets exposed, right? King exposure. But what we're thinking is about that wide or spacious part of the board. I guess part of the board makes more sense if we add those two. Side or something. Comparing those two sides, this one is more spacious. Let's go with that. So for the attacking side, the king exposure sounds like indecent exposure. Yes, that's how it's supposed to sound like. This is you'll say okay, so it would speed up their attack, but in the moment you use it, you also create an escape route. And therefore we can use escape technique, yeah. Okay, so the basic of the defense is to escape the king, avoiding king exposure, but we are actually using it against the enemy, and we're extending our king's life by like putting it in a wider space. So please remember it. He says, you can see the king can run here, he can run up, up, up. At most they can do is maybe drop the pawn here, but then we can drop the lance here and survive, apparently. Let's confirm. If we drop the silver here, king will escape if they sacrifice the dragon. Pawn takes, silver takes, gold drop here, king escapes here, he survives. If they cannot drop the silver, they cannot drop the gold without dropping this one because the lance is protecting both. So it seems that we've extended our life. Yeah, because the sharpest variation, taking the gold, doesn't work. Life extension success, yeah. No, because here we had 1 move to mate. So our success is more than 1 move to mate. We've extended our life. Okay, next we have this one. It's Anaguma, or whatever remains of it. We are very narrow, in very enclosed space right now with our king. And then we would like to find the best way to survive here. The lance is on 2-8, protecting the gold drop at Tea Party. Yeah, we talked if they drop the pawn to stop us, we drop the lance to 2-8. So if you drop the silver, king escapes, you sacrifice the dragon, this square is still protected by the lance. Yeah, so the answer is the lance takes. Yeah. I would assume that it also, the big factor here is, they don't have the lance here. So the edge attack is not possible, and this is basically what allows us to survive here. So small difference is a big difference, yeah? So how do we survive here? So escape is a thing that we use after castle is broken, yeah? And this is the end game where we are questioning, do they have Tsume or do they have Hishi? It's a very close end game part. Komatoku, so piece material. Piece material. Material balance. Not important, yeah? Speed is all that matters, yeah? So how do we lower their speed? Let's see how many moves they have to mate. So if they go here, it's made in 1, right? And it's quite easy to understand because literally it's made in 1. So moves to mate is 1, and it would be made in 1. How do we avoid that? If we were to escape with the gold, what would happen? They are giving this as an example. I think the token would come in. We would have to block it with the silver, and then we take the gold, and it's still made in 1. So Mikal is shouting, move the king over. So he's proposing this move. And the enemy has only token, right? If they take the gold, we take it. They drop the gold. We go here. Let's say they drop the pawn. We go here. They promote. We go here. They have no mate. Surrounding moves would be, what if they drop a pawn here? This is tricky. Move over again. They're gonna take the gold. Checkmate in 3 moves. Maybe that's why we have a silver. That's a really good point. And remember the hint they gave you. Piece advantage doesn't matter. So it would indicate that there's some sacrifices to be made. And this is a new technique, yeah? So hogging the gold, early escape, is one technique that we know, but this is indication that there's something new here. Something new. And if you guys watched the Koshiro video on YouTube, perhaps it's gonna be of a hint. Remember, we wanna we don't wanna survive. We wanna survive longer by 1 move, at least. Actually, you were right. But why you were right? Because after pawn drop, there's a silver drop. That makes more sense though. You were right. I thought it's gonna be enough, but it's not. Okay, because they don't have enough attackers. We have 2 defenders, they have 3 attackers. If they go pawn drop here instead, which will be threat made by taking the gold, we drop the silver here. And takes, gold drop, goes back here, promotes. I'm not sure how that helps actually. Think, brain, think. Oh, just go here. All right. Okay, because my calculation was to take it actually. They take, we drop, but maybe pawn drop is killing us. Maybe that's what I missed. Yes. All right, Mikael, you're right. Silver negates the pawn drop. Yes. 3-8 pawn is the worst move. That's the threat. Talking taking the gold. So king moving closer to that gold is the strongest defense. Gote would like to take the gold, but it would allow the king to escape. Escape. Yeah. So avoided surrounding, that's what they say. Nice. They say, yeah, pound drop silver. Pound drop silver. Okay, those are those 2 options. All right, let's see. Number 10. They have a dragon and a token. We have a silver and a pawn. Even if we drop the silver to 4-7, they gonna just take this pawn. And it's undefendable. So how many mates? Moves to mate it is 1 move to mate, right? Maybe we should call it MTM to make it shorter. They have Teskey. We should have MTM. How do we defend it? Do we escape? Do we drop something? Okay, this will be more about the new technique. So what they're saying is, if the king were to escape, the token will come in. The situation doesn't change, right? King escapes, token comes in. King escapes, but this is mate, yeah? So escape not gonna work. Silver drop doesn't work because of the token coming in. If they dropped a pawn, we just take the silver, yeah? What else do we have? Well, pawn drop we simply take. If we drop the pawn here, they simply checkmate us. So what would be the proper defense here? Silver drop 6-9. Yes. Good, good, good. Silver drop 6-9. The problem is they can take it. And what do we do then? I think you have already spoiled the answer. Escape. If we were to take the dragon, They have a checkmate, right? Die. No. Don't die. Escape, Suako. This is exactly what you're learning. Don't die. Escape. Perfect. King escape. Yeah, that's John. Yeah, exactly. So what happened? We distracted the dragon from protection of this line. Beautiful. Speaking of which, if they try to move the token, the dragon dies, yeah? This is the only move for them to take it. We made their movement worse. If I were to draw a comic, which I'm gonna do, because you guys like it, we're gonna do it from the right, because that's how Japanese works. So there is a huge dragon trying to eat the king. Yeah, he's like, how do we draw the paws? Maybe draw the paws like above the, he looks like zombie. He's trying to jump on the king, and the king is like, here boy, here boy, here boy. We choose the silver, and then the king, the dragon, you know, follows the silver, his tail, and the king is like, run. Oh, that's what happened. Run. Ta-da. So that's kind of lure technique, if that wasn't obvious. We lured the dragon away from the objective of protection of the second file, second row, and the dragon became weaker. We use that as a timing. Yeah, again, speed, not the material. Oh, actually, they say lure as well. They say lure. Yeah, again, piece material doesn't matter, yeah? Then say, if the king were to go to this square, it's going to this wide, yeah, it would be like this evacuation spot. Even if they drop the silver to here, we can escape by moving. Ah, no. Dropping the silver is not a checkmate anymore. So dropping a silver, yeah? Silver drop for 6 is 2 moves to mate. Yeah, because they have to check us with the dragon again and then promote the silver. So MTT++, MTM, MTM++, success, yeah? Well done, Suako, well done. Oh, yeah, this is my favorite comic so far. All right, next, what is this kanji here? Opening something something. Development, cultivation, reclamation, example of wasteland, pioneering, opening up, a new market, breaking new ground, trailblazing, kaitaku. All right, so probably it's creating escape route, we call it in English. Yeah. Kaitak, breaking new ground. Sounds like Pocahontas or something, new world. Aladdin, which one was it? Yeah, but basically creating escape route. Groundbreaking tesuji. I love it. How do you make it shorter? So Okay, I have inspiration. I need inspiration. I have inspiration. So we have king escaping by hugging the god. We have king escaping by running away from a horse, and Tiny Talking following him everywhere on tiny legs with a knife. That's the most terrifying talking you've seen in your life. He's like, yeah, 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 yeah. That's the talking. That's terrifying, actually. So he's avoiding the surrounding, right? Yeah, avoiding surrounding to the more spacious place, more wide space. And then we had, again, kind of hugging the god by sacrificing it. You go first, type of deal. Yeah, we can. He's like, yeah, it's like throwing him into a mob or something. Yeah, because you allow them to take it, right? You allow them out of my way. Or something like this. So that's this. Because takes runs away. And here we had literal sacrifice of the silver. Like, you mean nothing to me. Take it, runs away, right? Here, what we will have something more with, oh my god. Suwako gifted 10 subs! Thank you so much, Suwako. Oh my gosh. You gifted it too. Cleon Victor, XXPVT Jake, Wiz, 28, Urhere, ET Party, Retro Alva, hashtag chess, Turtwig, Lazy Problems. Oh my, and Xenmos. Thank you so much, Suwako. Thank you so much. I see you really like the drawings. We shall continue drawing. Okay, what is this kanji? Paving, surfacing, pavement. Okay, shitari surute. Pavement making move? What the heck does this mean? I have no idea what this means. Road surface. I guess we're creating like a literal escape route, like making pavement for our king. Famous illustrator Karolina Styczynska, that's the stream I'm watching. Yes, very famous illustrator. Okay, so we're gonna have to draw a pavement soon. Did you know that, I don't know if you have that in English, we say that the road to hell is paved, no, that's English, paved with good intentions, right? Be careful, king. Be careful how many minions you sacrifice. Maybe the king is the devil all along. Maybe we shouldn't protect him. Yeah. So we analyze this situation now. We have dragon and pawn creeping in on this god, and it's like, no, save me, king. And the king is like, I cannot do anything for you. And it's like, no. So what will the evil king do? I think that's what we learned today. The kings are evil. Five, 8 gold, yeah, even if we take it, dragon takes, we have no piece in hand, it's gonna be a mate with a gold drop at the head. Yeah, seems like we have no defense, no pieces in hand. What do we do? Throw our friends into fire and escaped. Okay, so again, the castle is broken, the twin gold broken. Even if we move this, let's assume the pawn is here. Even if we were to move it here, they take, what is the Tetsuji here? Guys, what is the Tetsuji? If there's no silver and it's here, And there's no talking. What's the Tesuji? Very amazing Tesuji, you all should know. We have a gold in Goddess hand. The kids are singing. You guys know? The Destruction Tesuji. The Okure Tesuji. Yes, gold drop to 8. Very well, 80 party, very well. We would drop the gold here. The king would take. We take the silver of the dragon and drop it. Whatever piece. I mean, in this case, they have only gold. It would be a mate. Very well done. Okay. So we've established there's no defense with the silver either. So the only way is evacuation. Evacuate button is punched. The king opens parachute. Yeah, I guess the first there's the rocket and then parachute, and he's like, "Bye, suckers!" And the girl is like, "No!" Or maybe the girl is like, leave me, I have nothing. We cannot do anything. Save yourself!" And then the king runs. Maybe he's the hero in the story. We don't know. Where do you guys the king is evil or he's the hero? I shall make a quick poll. What is king in this story? Villain. I don't know how to write the word villain, so I'm gonna put the word devil instead. Here you have quick poll, devil or hero. So 2-6 pawn is the best move. Making an escape route for the king to go into the white space. Yeah. We have 1 vote for the hero. Okay. You love villain protagonists. Okay, I see. Now we have 50-50. It's about information management. The king will pay a bard to sing of his heroic victory. I like that too. But in this case, would he be the devil or the hero? Pavement, yes. So opening a ventilator, I guess, like ventilation. It makes me think of James Bond for some reason. Like he always finds out the way out of the worst. Okay, it's 50-50. Guys, why do you always do this? Making this equal. Now I will have to decide. I know I'm really charmed by what Suwako said. Like this is the king. Like he would be like he feels like he's the king and he deserves to survive. And well, that's another point if the god wanted to die for him or not, but he expects the minions to sacrifice for them. That kind of makes him the devil, I guess. So let's go with the devil part. So yeah, they will take this gold, the king will escape, they will take this knight, so they will have all those pieces, but the king will survive long enough. Yeah, because this was made in 1 TM1. This one will be more, yeah, more than plus, yeah. Devil king. All right, so the murderous talking is jumping, yeah. I don't know why it looks so much like the nail from the Hollow Knight. And the dragon is right behind. He's very waiting for his turn, and the girl is like, no. No. And then you can see this king in the background on the parachute. Come on, let me draw on this page. Thank you. I got irritated by that. How do I draw a parachute? Okay, let's draw the ones I see from my window. They often use those. like different shape of them. Yep, and king is evacuate. Actually, I hoped he would be tinier because he were supposed to be far away already. Nya, 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 nya. I will remember you. Yeah. I don't know if this is a window or something, but this is the remains of castle after all. I'd say Gyoku Sho is hero and Osho is devil. I would say the opposite, because I always explain Shogi like this is the king, and this is his evil brother who has a scar. I like to like explain that one is different from the other. So I would say he's the devil one and he's the good one. He can afford the best part. Yeah, he's the devil. He's the real devil. So he has little horns as well here. This is the Gyok. So we have two kings. One that defends the castle properly, and the other one that's Anyway, I mean, they both probably would sacrifice this gold. It's just that intentions of theirs were different to begin with, yeah? This gold for this king, maybe he would be willing to sacrifice his life. But for this king, well, he always will think about himself, yeah? Who knows? This is some lore for you guys to figure out. I'm continuing with the translation. All right. So even though the knight too, actually, the knight will be watching through the window. Yeah. He's like, no, Mike. That's the knight. Oh, and the lens doesn't care because the lens is always in Hawaii. Yeah, the lenses are always those conscripted guys. They're like, oh, you pay me money, I shall work for you. Lenses are this type of piece. They never work for you well. Oh, I should step forward. Yeah, I really like the idea of talking with a little knife. Maybe. Yeah, really. He's like, no. You know, the dragon's like, wap, 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 and the talking is like, the Kyoshas, yes, the Kyoshas are bad. Kyoshas are those like ninjas, perhaps just waiting for. Nah, they're in Hawaii. Kyoshas are like you can see, yeah. There is this whole scene of no, and the Kyosha is just like there. This is fine. Yeah, there's a fire going on, and it's just sitting on the chair, and it's like, this is fine. Yep. Yep. They have their drink with the palm and the straw, and they're like, this is fine. Yeah. All right, next page, guys. Next page, okay. All right, page 14. This is also dangerous situations. What do we have? No pieces in hand. The king is here. He's surrounded by an enemy. He has no supporters. The Kyosha is like, this is fine. The knight is like, I'm doing my part. Yeah. But the king is dying in chat. How many moves? How many moves? Then the second question, prepare for it mentally, will be how do we avoid extend the life? So prepare mentally for it. 1. Good. Moves to mate 1 because it's token or silver 8-8, right? I choose token because I don't have to write promotion site. Yes, I'm lazy. So, how do you avoid the mate? He's in Hawaii watching the performance of fire breathing, and you guys don't see it. It's on the edge of the screen. Oh, here it is. He's watching the fire breathing and the hula hoop performances, the lens. And he has a straw hat and a drink. Drink, straw hat, table, chair, relaxation. Okay, so the problem with 7-5 pawn, this is like the first move we would like to consider, is that it's a mate still. The token, okay, let's say silver token works. Token will come in, the king will run here, and the gold goes back. It's a mate. It's a mate. Yeah. So this is why ET Party's idea is necessary. First, we push this pawn, and when we push this pawn, we return and escape, right? They take, and then push this pawn. What changes? Well, after the king is here and the gold is here, look where we can run. So this is an escape move, escape problem in 3. Or in 2, I guess, but yeah, it's getting harder. It's not only 1 move escape, it's 2 moves escape. I'm gonna save this. I don't want to lose my amazing drawings. Okay. So we're creating an escape route again, yeah, through the... Oh, this is beautifully drawn. Through the 6 and 8 file. So let's talk. The enemy had the battlefield reduction technique. Yeah, they wanted to limit our king movement. They limit the king. I think we talked about something like this. Limiting the king. So we have to do the opposite. We have to increase, let's call it increase the battlefield. Yeah, the opposite of that. Therefore, expand the king? How do we gonna limit? What's the guys, what's the antonym of limit? Limiting. Why is it in German? Increase. Exceeding. Broadening. Expanding. Widening. They say increasing in Japanese, so it's expand. All right, expanding king movement, increasing king. I guess expanding battlefield would feel better. Expand the battlefield, but increase king movement. Yeah. So it's basically the opposition, yeah? How do we increase the king movement? Well, we open up as an escape route. So this is why the create escape route I like this as an evacuation point. Evacuation point. But yeah, they can stop it with the gold. Ooh, they can stop it with the gold. If they stop it with the gold, the token is falling, right? Create escape route. This is so many words. Cer. That's cer. How do we make it shorter? I think of a shovel. I keep thinking about the shovel, but... Good old shovel, yeah? The kids are very loud right now. They're like... Alright, the shovel. Create escape route. That's gonna... Yeah, do both. So increase king movement and expand the battlefield. So that's the point, yeah? There's two things at once, it's very effective. Yes. I don't know if it's a shovel or is it like evacuation button? Like a red button. Like the... what was it called when you throw a parachute? Eject. Yeah, eject, eject. Maybe it's like a button, a red button with the eject on it. You guys decide. Now create the escape route. Created by company. Create the escape route. It has been Sarah all along. Okay. How much do we have in this chapter? So this is the computer examples ready? Do you guys feel like doing 2 more and then... Oh, there's much more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you guys want to do 4 more? And then do the computer as a reminder in 1 week? Or do you feel satisfied with the amount of drawing for today? Acme, yeah. I'm trying to think of some... But that sounds more dangerous than helping. Okay, quick poll then. Do we do 4 more pages? Yes, no. I say 3 votes on yes, 4 votes on yes. We shall finish it then. Guys, how many moves? How many moves? They have a gold in hand. They have two ways to mate, actually. Take here, drop the gold. Or... oh, I guess that's the only way. I was thinking also of checking like this, but then they run here, right? So that doesn't work. So it's here, here, mate. Let's mate in one. How do you avoid it? If you go up, they drop the gold here. Oh, sorry. Okay. I'll give you 1 minute then. Probably from what pound to prevent the gold drop? What if they take 7-6 pawn? Well done, Sleeping Bird and Mika. So 8-3 pound promotion maintains the safety. Once, if you do so, the enemy won't be able to put their own pieces there. So the king will be able to evacuate. So what's beautiful about it, that we talked that escape technique had two things, which is going to the defender and we had running into white space. And so it happens that this one moves combines both of them, because the king will both go toward the defender as well as run into a white space. So it's combo, yeah? And it's difficult for Gote to seal off this square, yeah? 8-4 unstopped or undefendable, yeah? So you have the talking. Supposed to be a helmet. Looks like afro. It's like evacuation point 64 secured, and the king is like, thank you for saving me. Yeah, so the pawn is the hero here, definitely. All right, next one. Okay, so here what we have is whatever we do, one of our generals will be taken. The silver is under attack by the knight. If we are to escape, pawn push, gold takes, token comes in, destroys another one. So what they're trying to say is, so far we talked about the creation of escaping route to extend life, but you can also do it before castle destruction. So that's the topic here. Mikhail is proposing to promote the knight. Let's see if that's the correct answer. Indeed it is. Bishop, did I say promote the knight? Promote the bishop. 2 for bishop promotion. They're gonna take the silver, and king retakes is gonna be the smart play here. It's gonna create the escape route. Going into, the king becomes wider, yeah? More spaces to go. And one of the points is that you create a promotion piece on the top of the board. And also you've taken the enemy pawn, which was big. So if you don't have an easy defense, think of such moves, yeah? So here we create an escape route, yeah. Even if the castle is destroyed, we can endure. We extended our life. So, yeah, create escape route plus promote pieces. I know it sounds simple, but similarly to that pawn, they're gonna be a great security point for the king to evacuate to. This is what I'm trying to convey. And again, we combine it with the silver sacrifice and king escape. Yeah, very, very beautiful technique here. Well done, Mika. All right, next one. The last one. The creation of escaping route. Things that you should be careful about. So our enemies is the sealing of escape route, right? You guys heard about it in the Hidechi Endgame Book. So we did our best to create an escape route but it would be very like unfortunate if they sealed it off, right? So we have to be careful about from prevent it, or like be aware that it might happen. We have to keep it in mind while trying to extend our king's movement, increase our king movement. So for example, diagram 20, yeah? We created those promoted pieces, right? Narigoma. And we would like to use the escape. So they're trying to make an evacuation plan. How do we make it work? They have too much control over this side after all, yeah? Feels like our server is blocking the escape. That's true, but the moment it moves, the dragon will come in, right? God takes talking is made because God 7-9, yes. The background check, yeah. Mika says we only have pawn h6 to prevent mate, okay. I mean, technically we also have like king h8, or as it says, pawn h6, yeah. Pawn h6, you know, if the king gets chased, he will be able to go up. You like 9-6. All right, let's see the correct answer. So if you were to put 9-6 pawn first, they have a ceiling move. 9-7 gold. And this is where you say, oh! So, the point is to move the king first. Yes. And then push the 9-6 pawn. Very tricky, very tricky. But this is an example to show you that the idea is good. Your idea of creating escaping route is good. But you have to consider the counter to it, which is the ceiling off move. And this is what it was, right? So we have to be aware of it and include this move first. Yes, it's a good technique, I agree. Good training. And therefore, you know, if you move the king first, then you push the pawn, the ceiling move is not possible. Yeah. I mean, they can block you by taking the gold, yeah. So this is the danger the author is warning you about, yeah? The ceiling off. Be very, very careful for it when you use this technique. Okay, this is the last page for today. Let me put this to not spoil the answer. Okay. I wanted to ask, actually. Okay, I wanted to ask this question. So it's not the answer, it's just continuation. It's too early to say that you're safe. Too early. In the position 21, this one, they have a good move here. Just the dragon sacrifice. Dragon 8-9, right? And if the king takes, what a surprise. They can block us again. Yeah? Sorry. This. You see it? We took the dragon. They sealed off our escape routes. So my question is, guys, if you weren't spoiled enough, I don't know if I spoiled it. If the dragon takes here, what's our game plan? So we just stick to the plan. Yes, yes. So instead of taking the dragon, being like, ooh, candy, just run, run away. Exactly. Very well done, guys. Now you know, yeah? The first time you knew you were gonna get sealed off, now you know that the correct way is to run away. So yeah, basically, Ser is in opposition to the ceiling of the escape route. And you should be aware of both. Again, what we want to do is extend our king's life, or like think about the speed of the endgame. So you need to know them both to be able to read those variations. Yeah, so basically the Ser slows you down, yeah? Again, we talked about this like 2 weeks ago. Slows attack down, yeah? It doesn't stop it, it just clearly doesn't stop it because you escape from it. But the idea of it is to slow down the enemy, and they're trying to not let you escape to have a form of attack on your king. Side note, they can here take the lance, king escapes, drop the gold, but gold drop isn't a checkmate threat. So MTM+1. Yeah. And again, the proverb is pull the king to the back rank. This is what we want to avoid as a defensive side, yeah? Or push, yeah, push king to the back rank, yeah? Do the opposite. So literally, by taking the dragon, we push ourselves to the back rank, if it makes sense. So you wanna not take the dragon. Yeah, ooh, candy. Ooh, candy. You wanna avoid taking the candy. You wanna run for your life, yeah? Literally. All right, any questions, guys? This is the, like before the examples, this is what we agreed on. I'm gonna just summarize what we had here. I had many drawings today. Okay, so summarizing chapter King Escape, we established that eventually the enemy attack will be unstoppable and eventually our castle will break, so we will need to activate our final boss, the king. He will be fighting for his life and use very dirty tricks, yeah? We learned, first what we learned is how many moves to mate the enemy has. Thanks to that new term, we were able to judge the position, how safe it is, yeah? If it worked for us to defend or not, whenever we extended the life, whenever we extended the moves to mate. We counted here, for example, that we had 2 moves to mate, and previously we had the rule to run toward your friends, toward your defenders, hug them. Here we had the rule of running toward the wide part of the board, very spacious part of the board, so that king movement is infinite, right? Infinite, I guess finite, but more increased. Here was a similar example, but a little bit more practically. We extend our move by 1. I guess previous one was practical too, but I'm saying, oh, this looks like me. No, it looks very practical, yeah. Here we talked about sacrificing the gold, yeah, out of my way, so that king can survive. Again, kind of hugging your defender. Here we had a literal use of lure strategy. The king threw away the silver, so the dragon would leave him alone for 1 more move. Here we had king literally ejecting himself from the castle into the safety far away, leaving his minions to be eaten by the dragon and talking. And here we had a nice technique where we had to sacrifice 2 pawns in order to create an escape route. So yeah, this is the escape route. This is like the second part we had. We talked about expanding the battlefield, expanding the king's movement. And we talked about creating promoted pieces. Yeah, promoted pieces create an evacuation point for our king. Gonna make them really safe. And we also considered how about doing that before the castle is broken, yeah? Creating a promoted horse, letting king escape early. Not like getting stuck in the castle and dying there, but evacuating, going to the horse, yeah? And we had this amazing example at the very end showing us that the arch enemy of creating an escape route is sealing off the escape route. Yeah, we had 2 examples of it in this one position. We learned that our king has to run for their dear life. Yeah, that's what we learned in this chapter. We're gonna do the computer examples next week, and after that, we're gonna have the summary. Mövrit. This is a typo. This is a typo. Nobody saw it, right? Nobody saw it, right? Nobody saw the typo. Paintbrush it. Paintbrush it. Here, never happened. The piece paintbrushed it. Okay, never happened. And after that, we will have the Muteki no building. This is gonna be interesting. Muteki no kochiku. So construction, unrevealed, undefendable, invincible, well, castle in this case, or construction. So we're gonna learn more about Zetto, I assume. Quite exciting. Looks perfectly fine. Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, nothing happened. Yeah. All right. Any questions, guys? Hope you had fun with me drawing. Hope you had fun solving those problems. I actually had a lot of fun today. And thank you again, Suwako, for 10 gifted subs. You're amazing. I'm just giving you time to write the question out. I'm gonna have next stream on Saturday and Sunday. And if you guys upload the Kifu, yeah? I've done a little bit of change to our Kifu upload. I asked additional question. Where do you want your Kifu to be analyzed? And we give you option live stream, YouTube, or I don't mind either. This is just for me to see how many people would like to have their game like analyzed on YouTube actually, or how many people don't mind. Of course, we cannot analyze all of them on YouTube, but depending on that, I will have like an idea what to do, how much energy to put into it, and so on and so on. Yes, I added this question. Thank you, Suwako. I mean, I always like to put hands on the shogi pieces and make them play a story. You guys just weren't there. I made a lot of comics when I was learning shogi when I was like 17 or 18. Would make a bunch of them. Yeah. Like a crying glass, nobody ever moves me, or stuff like that. But yeah, definitely the talking with the knife, nah, is my favorite. This one is my favorite. Definitely. All right, I see no questions, so I'm gonna finish. Let me see if we have any shogi streamers online. Susuke, that's not a word, unfortunately. Sasuga, you mean? Susuke. Sus. It is sus indeed. I don't know the Twitch. Yeah, it doesn't show me as a Twitch emote for some reason. Yeah, I don't know which one it is. I have no idea, Mika. Maybe you can send me a picture on Discord. Yep. I don't see anybody. What's Jeremy Land? Oh, Jeremy was playing some shogi before. But he's not doing anything now, so Alright, thank you so much, guys. See you on the Discord, eh? Remember to run for your dear life the next time you're gonna be almost checkmated in your Shogi games, yeah? See ya.